Hi Joster, thanks for being here. Hi everyone. Wow. What was I doing? I think I was charging my. Thanks for being here. I'm gonna start chopping my veggies really soon. And I'll probably also put okra in the curry because I have that as well. I don't have any garlic today, so that's the only thing that we're not going to be seeing. What's for dinner? Beans curry and pap. How's the view? Is the view working? I hope it's working. Hi Stardust. Hi Shreya. How was the pap and beans? Delicious. When did I have pap and beans? Yesterday. Yeah, it was really delicious. So the first thing I'm gonna do is chop my onion. Well, thanks for joining. If you want to stay for spicy beans curry, that's what I'm cooking today. There is pap left over from yesterday, so I will be eating that with the beans curry. And it's kind of like the same thing. I'm still debating whether I want to add packet soup into my curry. Hi Don. But I will make that decision soon. Hi DW. Okay, so I'm gonna put these chilies inside, make it original. Maybe keep that for when you make a stew. Okay, comments, having thoughts about this. Didn't think I was gonna get those thoughts, but thanks for sharing it. I'm gonna rinse these. Sometimes when I cut them open, there's like, it's turned black already. So I just have to watch out for that. For those that said make it original, tell me why. Tell me, what's your reasoning based on? Okay, there's just a little bit of a dark area here. These chilies smell exquisite. I want to make a hot sauce out of this. Hi Rabash. And when I make a hot sauce out of this in my next season, I've got so many things I want to do in my next season. Baking, freezing items, making hot sauce, making donuts, having coffee machines, and so much more. So I'm really looking forward to that. I put 4 chilies, thanks DW. I put 4 habaneros, and I'm feeling heat rise from my head just by chopping it. I don't know what that's based on, but yeah. Okay, let's chop these habaneros. Okay, one piece fell to the floor. Habaneros are great in fish curry. Never heard of anyone putting habaneros in fish curry. Have you got an oven? No, not really. But in my next season, I'm manifesting an oven. I'm manifesting an oven and a freezer and so much more. Okay, there you go. Habaneros and onion. What's next? Some okra? No, some tomato. Do you only eat veg and no seafood? Yes, yes. If I were eating seafood, I would love to do pilchards chutney with the habanero. Who knows about pilchards chutney? Hi Savi, I'm doing well, and you? Nice to see you. How's your day going? Also manifest an air fryer. Yes, that one also. No, I became a vegetarian in 2021. Tin fish, yeah. Pilchards chutney with mealy rice khichdi was one of my favorite dishes. Pilchards chutney with roti was one of my favorite dishes. I really loved it a lot. May the Silicon Valley startups create a pilchards replica, plant-based entirely, and I'll gladly buy it. Fish biryani. What's on the menu for dinner? Spicy beans curry. I got this 4-bean mix, so I don't really know what beans are inside. I can't see on the can, but sometimes it says or this, telling me it's seasonally based. So I'm gonna see about that. And here's okra from ages ago. Thanks, Dibs. Rinse the beans. Tell me why. Usually I just drain out the brine. You know what? I'm gonna put all of this. I'm gonna put all of it because this okra, you know, it's been sitting for a while, and it's actually telling me that in my introduction video I should have said something about okra. I call this okra, and somebody posted he's trying to be a vito. Really? Here I thought I'm just describing what I'm eating. I'm not trying to be anything. So I'm gonna rinse my okra. I see some white mold was starting to feast on my okra. Well, I wasn't feasting on it, so I could see why, you know, white mold saw the opportunity. Rinse your okra. And this is a very different types of beans curry. As you know, my vegetarian process is to use my leftovers, make different combinations of vegetables, make sure I get a variety of vegetables in my diet. Since I haven't eaten this okra in a while, it's been sitting there. I am looking for an opportunity to cook it in something. The beans curry right now happens to be that opportunity. If I wanted just a plain beans curry, I would not be putting the okra into it. But I also want to make a a different type of meal. I've eaten plain beans curry before, so it's not really interesting to me to recreate that. And that's why I can do this. That's why I can do this, this different recipe. So I don't have space here on this chopping board, which means I'm gonna put the onion, chili, and tomato into this bowl. Thanks for that, Joester. Appreciate it. Hopefully I inspire you to eat more vegetarian food. Hopefully I inspire you to be more adventurous with your cooking. I know sometimes you like things the same way over and over and over, but if you've made the same beans curry for 30 years, try something different. If I hate this curry, which it's unlikely, then I'll know that I tried it. I hope I'm cooking spicy beans curry and I'm putting okra inside. So I don't know what curry this is, but beans and okra, it's definitely going to be thick, it's going to be gelatinous. I love the gelatinous texture. I know some people don't like the gelatinous texture, they try to get it out of the okra, but personally I love it. It reminds me of like some Nigerian cuisine where I'm sure you've seen people eating their Nigerian soups with some type of starch. So I like that texture. I'm gonna recreate it here. Okay, I'm chopping my okra. And this okra, it looks like it was drying out. Not really entirely, but I can see that based on the texture as I'm chopping into it. So it has been calling for its time to be cooked. Okra has a lot of nutritional benefits, so I also love that. Fufu and egusi soup, exactly. Sour porridge goes with what? Is this all the okra? Where's the others? I left one at the sink. Thanks, Don. By the way, if you want to be an active fan in my fan club, simply send a heart me. If you'd like to support the live in the creator rankings, you can send a go popular. That's actually a lot of okra now that I look at it. It's a lot of okra. And it's definitely giving me the stickiness. I love that. And this is the one, as you can see, this one was getting a bit moldy. But I'm going to chop out this one. Is it safe to eat? Yes. Okay, let's rinse my knife, and I'm ready to cook actually. The pap is already, as you know, left over from yesterday, so I don't have to cook pap, and that will be the starch that I'm eating this with. Not that your meal needs a starch, but for today, that's what I'm doing. Oh, I have potatoes. Okay, let's see what the comments think. Those in the comments, if you would have done this and then you realized you got potatoes, would you add a potato to this, or would you put the potato for a different meal? Thanks, Kunal. What would you do? Joseph says too late. Anyone else? What would you do? I would, because why not? I'd make 2 separate curries. Tell me the 2 separate curries. Different meal. You wanted soft potato for a different meal. Do it. Next meal. Okay, what's my heart saying? My heart's saying 1 potato. 1 potato. That is what my heart is saying. That's a lot of okra. I'd rather do a fry. A fry of okra. My heart is saying add 1 potato, not both potatoes. Because I did buy 2 potatoes because I thought I'm cooking a beans curry, but then the okra came into view and said, eat me. So that's what we're doing. And I washed the knife. Okay, let's go to smaller knife. Next time you can slice the okra in medium slices. Hi Warren, I'm cooking beans curry. Does okra and potato go today? I have no idea. I have no idea. We're gonna find out. I'm adventurous with my cooking because I know that it's very rare for something to not work. I mean, if you're me, it's very rare for something to not work. Like, it's very rare that this adding the potato will do something negative to this meal. These potatoes are beautiful, beautiful, like yellow. Perfect for some type of mash, some type of fry. I don't peel my potatoes. You probably know that. If you're a regular viewer of Shaun's cooking shows, you know that he doesn't peel his potatoes. And this is the size of block that I'm going for. It matches the goldish curries. It matches. Yeah, I know that, you know, whenever you see somebody cutting their potato, they usually cut it in different ways, bigger than I do. But I'm also taking into consideration the amount of time that I want to give this to cook. I don't want to wait that long. Rosh, you would put the potato into the microwave. Would you put it in the microwave chopped or whole? Now it's starting to look not like a curry but more like a stew, right? So today I will eat it with its original flavor. Remo, what are you eating? Arrabbiata pasta, because that's my favorite. This is South Africa. Are you eating arrabbiata pasta? Are you eating margarita pizza? That's also my favorite. By the way, I haven't had courage to go back to Romans to try the pie, but to ask them to not put the red sauce. I haven't had the courage. Maybe I'll do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. I wanna eat spinach and feta Romans pie. Okay, that potato piece fell to the floor. I'm gonna leave it there. But I'm gonna clean up now. Clean up, so. And I'll probably do dishes while it's cooking. And that was an easy cleanup, not much to clean up. Yeah, as you can see, all my items are chopped. Onion and chili, if I had garlic, I would put it there. Tomatoes here, here's the okra, here's the potato, and here's the four bean mix. Amazing. Thanks for all of the likes, thanks for all of the gifts. If you've just joined, I'm about to start cooking. And the only pots I have are the big ones. So I guess that's what we're doing. Yes, I'll show you what spices. Hi, Renelle. The only spice I have is chili powder, so that's what I'm going to add. This rama is messy. I'm not a fan of. I'm experiencing some pain in my kidney. Somewhere here. I don't know if kidneys are here, but this is where the pain is. Not really pain, but you can tell that, Shaun, you've got to meditate. Something there is not moving smoothly. So let's add some rama into this pot. Okay. I just put the rama into the pot. If you had oil, I don't have oil, but if you did have oil, you'd probably use the oil. When my oil runs out and I have rama, flora and other items in the fridge, I won't buy oil, I'll use that until it's done. Okay, this is way hotter than I thought it would be. But I wasn't craving tomato flavor today. The oil is hot, so I'm going to put the onion and chili inside. Hopefully it doesn't choke me up like it did previously. Don't do that. I also like to salt at this stage. I added 4 chilies. And I still have 20 chilies left. So my prayer for those chilies is that they stay healthy and they allow me to eat them through. Can't you turn the stove around? Only this plate is working. That's why I try to keep it on this side. I try to keep the working plate on this side rather than for it to be on that side. Hi Andre, made chili oil. I don't think I get the temperature of the oil right. The spices end up burning and they end up blackening. Is that Pfizer or Pfizer? I'm doing spicy beans curry. I love cooking. I just added the onions and the habanero chili into the pot now. You can hear it. Let's get this softer. Then I'm going to add the tomato and okra. Thanks, Haroon. Do you manage the habanero heat? It's not hot. Elevate says that's not your kidney. I feel so much so that my kidney is somewhere here. Is it somewhere here? Where is it? On this side, if it's not the kidney, then it would be the spleen, right? You must get mixed masala. My chili powder is about to run out, so my dream is the round container. That's my dream. The round silver container that has a lot of spices in it, that's my dream. I must have cumin, garam masala, paprika, cayenne, onion powder, chili, garlic powder, chili powder, some type of red masala like a mother-in-law's tongue or whatever. But that's my dream. If it is inflammation, I'd usually sit in meditation and allow the silence to massage my internal organs. To meditate, to those that are not meditators, you won't understand that, but the silence can massage your internal organs. I've heard clicks and releases of tensions and blockages in my organs just by doing that, and I did experience that last night. So it's telling me that whatever this is, it's a result of whatever I felt before finishing up its space. Now something else came to my attention. Looks like grocery shopping is needed soon, maybe Friday. Because I also got to get garlic. The things to get: garlic, tomato. Okay, it's not really brown, but it's almost translucent. So now I'm going to add the tomato and the okra. Coated. This is the part that I'm not so much a fan of, where the chili heat Is this okra soup? I don't think it's okra soup. I think it's spicy beans curry. But we're gonna see. This is what it looks like. It looks beautiful, right? Okay, let's call it mixed veg curry. No, we can't call it mixed veg curry. If something has beans in it, then the beans take the top of the hierarchy, right? Okay, I'm going to add chili powder. No, Mohammed, I don't eat meat. Do you like Sam? I do. I do like Sam. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons. I don't have any turmeric. Teola, you want to see what spice? This is it. I don't recommend this chili powder. It's not hot. It feels like Raja. I'm gonna put the potato in soon. Buy spices from Gorima's. That needs courage. I haven't scheduled that yet. These are my favorite. I don't want the spices to burn. I'm gonna put the potato in. Get everything coated. This is what it's looking like at the moment. Whatever this is, I would love to eat this even if there was no beans inside. Okay, pause. Okay, let's add some water. Not to cover, just less than to cover. Put it on high. Yeah, I gotta wash dishes now. So I'm gonna be back. It's better to add potato first, then okra. From what I was seeing, the okra, thanks Niaz, the okra was a bit firm, so it will benefit from the extra cooking time. Okay, let's put a lid on that. Some salt. You already added salt. I added salt to the onion and chili, not to the overall aspect. Plus there's potatoes in there, so if I don't slightly over salt, my potatoes are not going to have saltiness. Thanks, Sensei. These are hitting the spot. I'll probably only add this last. Do you have a smile? Yes. So the thing I'm going to work on, the documents that I have to send, I'm going to work on that now while the curry is cooking. I'm cooking spicy bean soup. That's what I'm cooking. That's what I'm gonna call it. Using the towels cold. We need some slippers on you to keep it warm. It's not cold right now, but when it is cold, I do wear the slippers. Okay, if it's gumbo. By the way, I also found a Kit Kat Isn't that wonderful when you just surprise yourself? Hi, Kaniana. I don't wanna. This tripod is not very stable, so I love those, especially when the surprise is a chocolate. The spice has entered my passageways, and that's what I'm not a fan of. It happens when the oil runs out in your pot and the chili is browning. I want to eat those pretzels, but I fear that I will be too full for my food. I also have oats in the fridge, and I was thinking like I want to incorporate those oats into something. I think I'm going to put them into the curry because I'm really not. It's been oats that's like 4 days old. I'm really not feeling like I want to eat them. So we're gonna see. Then it's really gonna be some type of soup. Okay, Rose is against that idea. Is anyone else against that idea? Who's for that idea? If you're for that idea, let me know in the chat. I also have a nose leak. Okay. There are no's and no's and no's. Panda wants to process the okra beans combo. Processing. Anything to clear out my fridge. What's been sitting there for too long, cook it into the next thing. Even if the old curry is still a curry, cook the old curry into the new curry is how I do it. I have beans and rice in the fridge. Oat pancakes, my pots are stainless steel, they stick to the bottom. I tried to make oat pancake with raw oats. Instead I got muesli, not muesli, instead I got, I think I got muesli. I think it's called muesli, where the oats are kind of dry and sweet and you top your yogurt with them. That was a fail. And it was the start of my depression and my breakup with oats. Another bowl? Okay, that bowl is fine. Haters of oats in the chat. Say me. from yesterday's meal. Ah, whatever organ that is, I hope you're okay. Whatever organ, I hope you're okay. Oats or yogurt? Do you mean cooked oats? Make oat and nut balls and dip it in melted chocolate. Are the oats cooked? Yours comment is not specific enough for me to know. Like, are the oats cooked or are they raw oats? Boiled. Honestly, Renelle, it sounds very adventurous. It's definitely out of my comfort zone to be doing something like that. Not that I should be sticking in my comfort zone. The curry is thick already. And I'm still sneezing. My sinuses are definitely cleared out. I'm going to show you the curry, and let's see if the spawn stays stable. Renelle, did you make that yourself? Okay, yeah, it's looking good. This is what it looks like so far. Look at that. How are the potatoes doing? Not even close. Not even close. I don't feel like I need to add more water. I don't feel like I need to add the soup. High pyramids of taste. If I add the soup, I think it would completely neutralize the complex flavor that's there. And I don't want to do that. Let's appreciate the complex flavor for now. We also added toasted almonds. Sounds good. Thanks for the heart, me. If I want to have dessert, I can have these ginger cakes with peanut butter. But there's this important thing. Okay, the Pyramids of Taste. We're celebrating level 3 in the fan club, so let's put a stick up for you. If you want to be a part of my fan club, simply send a heart me. Mayron, where are you from? I am from Greytown, but I'm living in Joburg. I've lived in Durban before. I've lived in Joburg before. I'm living in Joburg again. I just go the other way around because only this plate is working. So I prefer to keep the working plate on the side that I can be accessing it easily. If I don't see the chat, don't worry about that. I'm currently working on something important, a document that I have to send before midnight. Only so that I can sleep peacefully. Like, no, I do it consistently, but this one, I only learnt about this thing. No, Riaz, that's not my coaching. My coaching is not survival. My coaching is those that are feeling lost, clouded, or not in alignment with their purpose, intuition, and authenticity. I help them to pivot their life into courage, clarity, and freedom. So it's specifically for those that are feeling like they're stuck in the wrong life. That's what my coaching is about. I'm not a fan of doing things last minute. I don't feel like I work. I feel like I work better when I plan in advance. If something has a deadline for the 5th, I'm sending it by the 1st. And then I'm just relaxing for the rest of the time. I agree. You making popcorn? No. Thanks for that. I don't know who looks at a bald head and thinks I want to. But it's you. You making popcorn? No, my curry. Let's check if it's how's it doing. Okay, I think by 7:30 it should be good. Let's taste for salt. Don't knock me out. Woo! Oh my god. I'm here. I'm awake and I'm alive. Oh my god. Okay, so if I want to temper that spice, wow. I would add half a teaspoon of brown sugar. Oh, it got me going. If I was not awake, I'm awake now. Don't add too much salt. Thanks, Abby. That didn't taste seasoned though. So we're gonna see. I'll season after I add the beans. I did say it's not hot. My mouth is not burning, I'll tell you that. Where I can feel the heat here. I can feel the heat here. There's no like, you know, like that when you have a green chili or something. No, it's not like that, not with habanero. And chili powder has no spice whatsoever, so that spice is probably from the habanero. Okay. Okay, this section is done. Hi Kayla, Coach Korimas. You know what? Remind me, when I say I'm going to Santon, remind me of all of the Santon items. Have you tried veg sushi? I love veg sushi. I used to love, when I used to love Food Lovers, in Cape Town, they had this 2 sushi for 50 Rand or something. I would get the vegetarian and I would really enjoy that a lot. Hi Kayla. Okay. What organ is here? Manage? What's there to manage? It's interesting that you're tracking my likes and my viewership. What place? How is your place to be doing that? By the way, none of you can see that comment. That's what I'm referring to. Okay, let's check it out. Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out. Let's taste if the potato's done. Well, what I can say is that there's nothing to manage. I'm just being myself. I'm just making content that I love. Okay. Not a lot of water that I've added more. Just a little bit. Let's drain the beans now. Thanks KK for the roses. So I'm gonna drain the beans. So I usually open the can and then when I'm draining it, I hold it like that and I pour out the water. I'm not gonna show you that part. It requires me to turn around the tripod and I don't wanna do that. I'm seeing that there's red kidney beans in here. What's in here? Thanks, Lorraine. Those that want to be active fans in the fan club, send a heart me. If you want to help the live elevate in the rankings, send a go popular. Thanks for the gifts. Thanks for over 6,000 likes. Can tell that you love Shaun and his cooking show. Thanks for being here. The curry is almost cooked. Potato and okra are almost there. Now I just drained the beans, so I'm going to add them in. It's looking nourishing. It's not looking great. Thanks for much of taste. It's not looking great. It's looking like flesh kind of, but it's beans. That was not a lot of beans. That was not a lot of beans. Okay, I just put the beans in. I'm going to taste for salt. That's going to let me know whether I need to put more salt in here. Ah! My brain just came back to life. it does need salt. Do you see any sweat on my head? Not yet. If I add the sugar, it changes how the spice hits. So I don't want to do that now. Especially as I know the spice will dissipate tomorrow. And by day 3, it won't be spicy at all. Okay, that's enough salt. Let's taste now. Much better. And because you prefer this hot, I wouldn't call it hot, even though it's doing what it's doing to me. Yeah, I think actually how it is now compared to how it would be if I did put half a teaspoon of brown sugar. I don't really, yeah. Okay, my heart said add the sugar. My heart said add the sugar. So it will cut the spice, and by cut the spice I mean temper the spice. Right now the spice is sharp. Do you observe Krishna Janmashtami? Personally, I don't connect to the rituals. I connect more so if I'm meditating on Krishna. I don't feel that Krishna wants me to do a ritual. So that's how I see it. So I'll meditate on Krishna versus doing the ritual involving Krishna. Only because I read that, do you like butter? I love butter. So I'm just going to add this much of sugar. It's not a lot, but in terms of the impact it's going to have, it is a lot. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of water. And then I'm going to put the puff inside. Did y'all say I should add the beans, curry and rice inside? The oats and beans, curry and rice. There's still space in the pot. Who's in favor of adding the leftover mixed curry and rice as well as the leftover oats into that? Let me know in the chat. No oats, panda, cabbage, okay. Please show us how to comb hair. I don't have hair. No, okay. Haters of oats. Haters of oats definitely showed up. No, okay. This is the pap from yesterday that's left over. I added just a little bit more water to give my curry a gravy. It's definitely looking like a soup now. And to heat my pap, I'm going to put it inside. Okay. That was not a lot of pop actually. If I have to go get pop, I'm gonna go get pop. But that means I'll have to end the live. I put the pop inside so it can heat. I love hair. I have body hair. Does that count? I have facial hair. Does that count? You're gonna be able to get pop this late. It's not late technically. The shops in the CBD close at like 9 or 9:30, sometimes even 10. Hi Gali, I'm cooking bean soup. I'm cooking bean soup with pop. Oh, I should have put the can inside. Borlotti beans, red kidney beans, butter beans, cannellini beans. Depending on how this curry goes, it will determine whether I ever buy 4-bean mix again. Thanks, Kali. It's a bit dangerous. Not really. How do you brush your hair? I don't brush it. Literally everything above slaps. Yes, I can say that now. Those that love my hair, if you want to know the details of my hairdresser, simply send me a DM. It would be nice to have some samples with it. Thanks, Kali, for the heart me. You know what, Don? I could make samples, but instead I'm gonna chop up the leftover cucumber. I do have leftover cucumbers, so I'll chop that up. I'm in the CBD. The pop and beans that I get from the restaurant doesn't have spice. But I'm not Babaji. If you Google Babaji, you will see who it is, but it's not me. Are you still going out to get pop? No, you know what? If I need something, I'll probably eat this bread. Because I bought this bread. And it's a whole loaf. So I'll probably eat that. Hi Reddies. This lid is from At Home, this pot is from Woolworths. Yeah, I got the Woolworths pots in a pot set, but this lid fell and shattered, so I needed to get a replacement. Popcorn. What about popcorn? Hi, Judika. Okay. That should be hot right now. Now I just went into the bathroom, and when I came out, the smell of habanero is lingering all throughout. It's lingering. Thanks, Bam Bam. It's lingering all throughout the apartment. if I walk out and walk back in, I'm definitely going to be hit with habanero. Thanks, Reddies. Hi, Candy Girl. Okay, this is hot. I think and I trust that it is hot. So let's dish. We are so set the world on fire. I think it's a bean soup. It has okra, potato, and beans inside. This is what it looks like. It's definitely giving dinner at the cottage. Welcome, stranger. It looks like you've been on a lonely trip. Won't you stop by for a hearty bowl of soup? Way back when strangers were offered food. Okay, let's see how that tastes. This is what it looks like. Thanks, Avi. Yeah, it's looking very nourishing. You can see the chili in it, right? The orange specks. Let's taste.